Good Monday morning, everyone, and welcome into today's daily Bible reading for November the 4th. Today we are reading together Psalm 129. Psalm 129 has been given the title in my Bible, Protection of the Oppressed. It is another song of ascents, and it restarts the cycle of three psalms, which follows sometimes more closely and sometimes more loosely a pattern of lament leading to confidence, leading to praise for Zion. Remember, one of the ideas, the possible ideas behind these psalms is the singing of these psalms as they were going up to Jerusalem for worship or for various festivities and celebrations. So they begin on this journey, maybe lamenting the fact they haven't been in Jerusalem for some time, or lamenting the fact that they have suffered in some way over the last year since their journey. And as they journey towards Jerusalem, confidence builds within them concerning the fact that they are going to be in God's presence, and that fills them with joy and excitement and appreciation for all that God has done for them. Our psalm here today, Psalm 129, is an interesting one because it follows maybe more so the pattern of or the structural pattern of what we've seen in previous laments throughout the earlier portions of the Psalter, where the psalm begins with a lament of sorts, where there is sadness over a present condition, or there is despair over harm that has been suffered. But then throughout the psalm, it morphs into confidence in that God has been with them through that and God has helped them to overcome that. We see that, I think, here within this psalm, Psalm 129. So, with that said, let me get the text up on the screen and we'll read along together here. Psalm 129. Psalm 129. Let's begin reading in verse number 1. Psalm 129 and verse number 1, protection of the oppressed, a song of ascents. Psalm 129, verse number 1 states, since my youth they have often attacked me. Let Israel say, since my youth they have often attacked me, but they have not prevailed against me. Plowmen plowed over my back. They made their furrows long. Yahweh is righteous. He has cut the ropes of the wicked. Let all who hate Zion be driven back in disgrace. Let them be like grass on the rooftops, which withers before it grows up, and can't even feel the hands of the reaper or the arms of the one who binds sheaves. Then none who pass by will say, may Yahweh's blessing be on you. We bless you in the name of Yahweh. Psalm 129. Psalm 129. All right, let's think about this psalm then here for a second, thinking about the condition of the author of the psalm. It's written from the perspective of a communal difficulty, but it's written from a singular perspective, if that makes sense. You know, since my youth they have often attacked me. Well, that sounds like a singular person, but notice what the author says. Let Israel say. Let Israel say. So this seems to be a struggle on a community level of some sort, collective language that is written in parts in a singular form. So, since my youth they have often attacked me. Let Israel say, since my youth they have often attacked me. So, maybe this is referring to a particular enemy that was present from the earliest years of Israel's history. Or perhaps this is simply a hyperbolic language that I've always been attacked all throughout my life, and we've always been attacked all throughout our lives, that we're constantly under attack by this enemy. But emphasis here on they have often been attacked. They've often been attacked. But the second half of verse number 2, but they have not prevailed against me. So we have been attacked, but we have not been defeated. We have been attacked, but we've not been defeated. There's the metaphor here of plowmen being the enemies, and how the plowmen have often plowed over the back of Israel. and they've dug deep into Israel, and they've made deep furrows and deep ditches into Israel. So they've gotten the figure of speech, their pound of flesh. But Yahweh is righteous. And his righteousness is exemplified and manifested in the fact that he has cut the ropes of the wicked. He's cut their ropes, that he saves and he delivers his people. Why? Well, because these enemies, they hate Zion. And if they hate Zion, then they also hate the God of Zion. So to hate Zion is to hate Yahweh. To hate Zion is to hate Zion's people. And to hate Zion's people is to hate Yahweh. So the desire then is to let them be driven back in disgrace. Let them be like grass on the rooftops, which withers before it grows up. There's a Hebrew word play between the ideas of, or between the words disgrace and withers. They're similar type words. They look kind of the same. So there's a play on words here, and these are both negative things. To be in disgrace is negative, to wither is negative, and of course they wither because they have no roots. Like grass on the rooftop, they have no substance, they have no strength within them. There's no prosperity. They can't even feel the hands of the reaper or the arms of the one who binds sheaves. So they have nothing. There is no prosperity for those who are the enemies of God's people. If God's people will turn to him and will seek his deliverance and will seek the salvation that he gives, well, who's going to stand against them in this way? No one can stand against them. No one will be able to prosper in this way. So then, then no one will pass by and say, "May the Lord's blessing be on you. We bless the name of Yahweh." I believe these are the ones. Then no one will say, May the Lord's blessing, may Yahweh's blessing be on you." The you here, I believe, is the enemies. The you here are the enemies of God, the plowmen, those who are like grass on the rooftops, those who do not prosper and who are not able to gather crops at all. That's who's being addressed here. So no one's going to say to the enemies of God, "May Yahweh's blessings be on you." No one's going to say to the enemies of God's people, "We bless you in the name of Yahweh." So this is to ward off future opponents and future attacks, because if you attack God's people, you're going to suffer the exact same consequences as these present enemies of God's people. Don't think that Yahweh is going to bless you if you attack his people and if you curse his name and if you attack his city. Don't think that that's going to go well for you. You will be devastated and you will be defeated as well. Now, I say that, of course, recognizing that Yahweh allowed for various enemies to have victories over his people from time to time. And of course, the great captivity of Babylon is something that comes to mind. But that was to punish the people. But whenever the people were faithful, whenever the people were seeking God, then Yahweh would protect them. Then Yahweh would deliver them. Then Yahweh would bring salvation to them. So long as the people pursued Yahweh and sought to live for him and to do as he would have them to do, then they could look back at times whenever they had been under attack, and they might lament those times, but at the same time, they're filled with confidence because they know that Yahweh has delivered them and Yahweh has saved them. So imagine then as an individual or a family or groups of families are traveling together to Jerusalem. Imagine them singing this song together and recognizing that, yes, enemies might have thought they had the upper hand previously, but at the end of the day, their faith in Yahweh led to them being delivered, led to them enjoying his salvation and knowing that he would protect them as his people forevermore. If you have any questions or comments about Psalm 129, please feel free to leave that in the comment section below. And I appreciate you starting your week off with me this week as we're reading here, continuing looking at the Songs of Ascents. We'll be reading on Wednesday Psalm 130 together. Psalm 130, awaiting redemption. Looking forward to reading that with you then. Take care and God bless.